What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to the WARFRAME video. So today we're going over Helmet Invigorated Rhino. With so much power strength, it just makes goofy things happen, like jumping above the Profit Taker at the Fortuna base. Yes, that is what you are going to be seeing in this video today, and there's multiple ways to go about this. Basically, we have so much power strength, we can do a bunch of goofy stuff. So I'm going to show you some arbitration gameplay, a little bit of, Steel Path gameplay, and we're going to show some crazy weapons you can use if you do have a crazy high power strength Rhino like we do today. But before we get into it, make sure you sub to the channel, make sure to the live stream channel as well. We'll be live streaming some Warframe tonight and maybe some other games as well. So definitely come stop by and throw a follow on there if you haven't already. Alright, so we are running Super Rhino, I guess I'm going to call him, because you basically get super jump back. Like, this is probably the highest jump I've seen any frame do. This is one jump, by the way. And yeah, if you don't want to just jump up in the air, you can also be faster than the K drive if you jump forward. So now this is with a volt speed buff, a wisp moat, and all that. So it's not always going to be like that, but it is crazy. And we're going to show that build a little bit here. But the entire crux of this build being pulled together is the Helmet Invigoration for increased ability strength, and the energy rate's nice too. But we're mostly looking at 200% increased ability strength, giving our no buffs kind of build here 552 power strength. We're running Molt Augmented for 60% more power strength. If you were going all in on power strength and you hit an Umbra form on Rhino, you could even do energy conversion for more power strength, and even like Empower, which Empower was not really what we're looking for here. We're actually going to go for Expedite Suffering. If you want to one-shot some Steel Path Demolists and just like high health enemies in general, look no further than this. Now, I know that it's supposed to scale pretty well with range from what I've been told, but we don't have enough room for range on this build, because with this Justice range mob, we want to hit some allies with our Roar, which in the gameplay footage we're going to put on screen, we're giving our allies about a 500% Roar, which you didn't know there's a double applies to slash procs. So, really dumb number. So I'm going to show you what this does. In Expedite Suffering, how this works is basically if an enemy has a slash proc on them, you cast this ability, and it detonates the slash proc all at once. So basically all the ticks of damage get turned into one big tick of damage, and it gets damage multiplied. With this one power strength, 5.52 times multiplier. Now, it does have a cast animation, so that's kind of annoying. And as far as weaponry here, we're using a Kuva Shakur with a 60% toxin. You technically could go for an impact one for memes, but yeah, this is meant for one-shotting level 10,000 enemies when they have no armor. So we're just gonna try to slap on a internal bleeding slash proc build and see how that goes. Now, one of the main issues here is these guys in the simulacrum are not tanky enough to actually get shot by this before dying. So if these guys don't survive, I'm going to summon in a Nox Eximus and hope that he will survive one bullet. So to get more power strength, double dash with Madurai Focus School, give you 40% more, about a 300% roar right now. So if we go for headshots, so 19 million right off the bat with no galvanized stacks, 17 million. Let's go over a body shot here. On a body shot, 3 million. So that's kind of what you can look at here if you're going to be rocking something like this. Now, like I said, we have no stacks. No viral procs either, 41 million. Let's do that same thing with a couple of viral procs and see if the damage is noticeably higher, which I think it should be. Alright, Epitaph. That's not Epitaph. Alright, well, she's getting some viral procs from this. We're going to make do with what we got. 10 million. 21 million. So there's other weapons you can do this for as well, but basically just shoot them in the toe and then cast Expedite Suffering and they're dead. And as you saw with no roar, 6 million. So yeah, this is one weapon you can rock here. If you don't have a Riven, I'd suggest getting a Riven. This weapon has good Riven stats still. And of course, we could go even deeper in on big slash procs. There's a way to make slash procs bigger with this weapon called, it's a status duration mod, I can't remember the name of it, but Continuous Misery. So this has some spaghetti code in the background of the game where the slash procs will last longer. So they're actually going to, they're going to be more ticks that you're exploding all at once, and it makes sense. So let's just see. We're taking off our viral, but we're going with a status duration mod instead. Let's see if we notice anything different. Then we're going to rock the Convectrix, and I'll show some gameplay. And this is just for fun, just showing you this is possible. 6 million there, 29 million, 28 million. The biggest number I've seen from this is 400 million on a guy in the simulacrum, which is really hard to set up because, like I said, these guys die really fast. So, Kuva Shakur, probably the best weapon I'd say for this, but there's also the Convectrix. If you have a Convectrix Riven, they have really high Riven stats, and there's actually a lot of things on here that you might not have. So we got efficient beams. The Convectrix will only consume ammo when dealing damage, and it is a beam weapon, so that's actually pretty good. We've got Convectrix, status chance, fire rate, crit chance, Riven with Minus Infested, just lets us get out damage faster. Don't need to really run a fire rate mod. And I've got Prime Ravage and Critical Deceleration for some reason. And the status duration mod for shotguns is bad, but we're going to rock it anyway to see how it goes. So basically, these guys are dead, okay? They're already dead. The fact that I even have this weapon in my hands with this setup, it means that they're dead. And I'm going to summon a Nox Eximus after this to see if he can survive a little bit longer. So with Efficient Beams, don't... Okay, so with like half a second on target, if you can even call it that, looking at about 5 million damage. Now let's keep not equipping the viral procer here. Alright, let's try this now. 34 mil. So this is what you can kind of expect here. And now, of course, this works in mission very well. It's hard to find an enemy that can survive long enough in here. So we're going to summon a Nox Eximus, see if I can actually cast my ability. And also remember, we have no galvanized stacks right here. So if you want to try this out, I would suggest doing like an Endurance Steel Path mission. The problem is I don't really play Rhino that much, so I'm not going to be really doing an Endurance Steel Path mission with Rhino. Hey, we should use Void Strike while I'm here. Yeah, let's try out Void Strike on this guy. I've never actually tried Void Strike with this. Alright. Try this out. 129 mil. Like, that's actually a lower number on the low end of what I've seen. But still, that's pretty decent. The Nox Eximus could actually tank for like half a second there before we actually killed him. 15 mil. Okay, so that's how it is in Simulacrum. Of course, I could summon in like a Juggernaut Demolist or something like that. He might be able to survive a little bit longer. But let's get some gameplay on the screen so we can talk about like how ridiculous this is and how it's so ridiculous. It actually kind of it makes it hard to test things because I'm right here. I'm in this arbitration mission. We had 900% power strength in this mission right here with the extra bonus. The enemies were dying to my Condition Overload procer. So I'm not really able to actually properly test things with this with power strength. And not to mention, even if I told my teammates, like, hey, don't kill the Demolist, let me shoot the Demolist for some footage, it'd be like, okay, well, if they even want to, like, Condition Overload proc and I roar on them, they're going to kill the Demolist on accident, too. So it's kind of a problem with having too much strength. And if you want to, oh, by the way, if you want to jump really high, like we showed in that clip earlier for the Superman super jump build, you're going to want to be using the ability called Infested Mobility. That is going to be from the Helminth, and it's going to be basically a way to jump further and farther, which scales with power strength. So that's something you could definitely do. And we did, like I said, we had a Wisp and a Volt in our squad. So yeah, Infested Mobility right here. 331% sprint speed increase, 165% parkour velocity increase. Yeah, if I was in arbitration, that would have been even more, which it's not currently. You're not always in arbitration. I kind of wish there was a Steel Path arbitration so I could, like, shoot the Eximus and then hope that they survived. And there's also those Eximus drone or those arbitration drones that get in the way when you're trying to like goof off like this. But yeah, overall it was really fun. I tried out Breach Surge. I tried out Pillage. Now, one of the issues as well is that since you have so much negative efficiency since you're running Blind Rage maxed out, casting abilities constantly is kind of annoying, which is nice. It's one of the nice parts that we have this energy per second invigoration as well. So yeah, I think this would definitely one-shot level 10,000. Now, to be fair, I didn't actually go that far, and I want to get this video out before the invigoration ran out so I can actually show you it in the simulacrum. But there's a Nox Eximus right now. I tried to not kill him. I intentionally shot him in like the body, which will not cause as big of damage numbers because of the headshot multiplier and all that. But he still died in one hit. So I don't know. Like, I tried it in the Steel Path. It still one-shot them too. So you'd have to actually go for a while to not one-shot stuff on the Steel Path. Now, of course, this won't work in Eidolon. This only works on enemies that are like, vulnerable to slash procs. Should work on Thrax. And Expedite Suffering is just for like memes. Like, it's really unnecessary. There's pretty much every ability that scales well with strength in the Helminth will be a good choice here. Breach Surge was funny, and here's me jumping into a pit to reset your roar. If you didn't know that, if you didn't hit everyone with your roar in your squad, and you have like a pit you can jump in, you can reset your abilities in a pit and recast them. So that's what I did right there. And yeah, my teammates are basically one-shotting literally everything, and yeah, just easy mode. So I'll see you guys next time. As far as some other weapons you could rock on this, the Spectra Vandal's good. Glaive Prime, as you can see in the footage, is really good. Like Pennant, Reaper Prime, whatever is causing slash procs, you're going to blow up those slash procs and blow up the enemy as well. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Oh, and by the way, the reason the Expedite Suffering is being used here is because that damage number from Expedite Suffering exploding, that is affected by Roar. That's why you're seeing such stupid numbers, and you can see even stupider numbers. Like, if I was just like screenshotting every big number I saw, I mean, we saw like 143 mil right there. That wasn't me even trying, really. Like I said, I've seen 400 mil plus. And I don't think that even had any viral procs. So pretty dumb stuff, but pretty fun stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy. Peace.